Thank you for listening to the Tattness podcast on the Tattness Co. Network.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. A Mercedes kind of sentiment, luxury, and trust in me to honor the free we all should be. It sees my sundial burst into yin and yang, right and left, me and you.
What's cracking, you guys? Welcome to the Tattness podcast. I have not fucking slept yet. This is ridiculous. It is currently 20 after 6 in the fucking morning over here, and I'm still wide awake. This is what I do. Burn the candle at both fucking ends. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So much to do. Sleep is fucking underrated in some cases, but it's pretty overrated for the most part because I do just fine without it. But it is nice when I get it. Alright, so fucking life is weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's really weird. I spent fucking years, dude, in college especially, trying to find somebody in particular that I was fucking, like, best friends with. I dated her when I was 18, and just found her recently. Mm-hmm. And she's probably going to kill me for talking about this, but fuck you, it's my show, I do what I want. No, but fucking, we get to talking, and, like, we lost, like, touch for 20 years.
Wow.
And to talk about old times again really trips me the fuck out. But then we discovered something really fucked up, whereas, like, people seem to have this belief with me that I have this uncanny fucking memory where I could relive shit from 20 fucking years ago, like it happened today.
Wow.
or yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I can describe every little detail where people trip the fuck out, be like, I didn't remember none of that till you said it. And then it's like, holy shit, it comes back. And apparently that's my gift, but it's also a curse, because I also remember the dark side of, you know, growing up and whatever.
Or hard moments in your life.
Yeah, and it's not a choice. It's like you just kind of go through moments where you relive it, whether you want to or not. Whereas the good things, I remember it because I want to, and I relive it because I want to, and it's literally like I would just kind of step back into that time and be in that moment. It feels like I'm there again for, you know, whatever amount of time. Do you get that?
Yeah, I get that. I mean, there's probably some moments in my life where it's like it stands out, and I'm like, wow, I just remember being there. I really noticed it. I don't know about you, but when, you know, I have a good amount of weed, I feel like I'm reliving it. Like, I feel like my mind just went back in time and that, and I'm just like, I remember it, you know, verbatim, and it's just, my God.
Yeah, weed makes me kind of, like, really go back to nostalgia.
And reminisce.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it just helps. It makes me get in the mood to want to fucking go back to, like, nostalgia times and remember old days that weren't so bad.
I think it just really engages your mind in that. And I noticed that with shrooms, too. Like, my mind just opened up, and it's like, I feel like I've entered different parts of my brain, and I'm just reliving moments of the past, like, say, really good memories and that.
Yeah, I mean, her and I have talked for quite a bit recently about life and things like that, and people that I don't really communicate with anymore. One person in particular who was the cause of her and I kind of not fucking speaking for 20 years, and it was all bullshit. It was just us being played against each other. And then someone else that I was super tight with that I can't really fucking bother with anymore because they've just, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. You'd
say they've changed from the person you know.
Yeah, let's just say that.
Yeah.
Because that's accurate, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it kind of makes me realize things have changed, and, like, she comes back into my life after 20 years because I found her. And she realizes you kind of have to always be on guard with everybody, don't you? Because you obviously are in a position where everyone wants to use you for everything you fucking have to offer. You know, we get to talk about who some of my friends are and shit like that, and I'm not gonna fucking name drop and all that bullshit. We know for the most part. I'm sure people know. I don't need to get into it.
No.
But you know, it is a trip to grow up watching movies and shit that still to this day are so important to me. And then, like, be cool with those people and be friends with those people and whatever. And musicians and the same shit, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, it's really cool that, you know, all this has happened for you in that 20 years. But I also understand that you obviously are heavily guarded now because everybody's probably fucking trying to play you, trying to get something from you. And it's like, I came to the realization today that when we talked, we got into like an in-depth conversation, and I'm like, you know, I think maybe becoming like, oh god, I hate the word famous, like that fucking sickens me, and I said, like, excuse the fuck out of me for saying that, because that's how people describe my situation, and I was like, it makes me feel so gross. I hate the word, it's so gross. But, you know, to have all these fucking opportunities and things that I do, it comes with the territory.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And that's the go-to word that people use, and I fucking despise it. But it's like, I think, you know, kind of becoming known was my, I guess, go-to. Like, it made it more justifiable and easier to just kind of keep people at bay. To keep my distance from people. Because I've always been somebody with my life, as the documentary points out. I've always been reluctant to let people close to me because I'm afraid they'll leave. You know what I mean? And so I said, maybe that was just my excuse to justify not letting people close to me by becoming so fucking over the top, like, successful and known that I have a reason to not just let anyone near me. You know what I mean? To get too close and whatever. But then the other side of that coin is a friend of mine also tonight said, like, I fucking appreciate you so much and thank you so much. I'm like, what did I do? What the fuck did I do? And she's like, how am I your friend, dude? Like, how are you friends with me? Knowing all these people that you're friends with and shit that, like, I fucking am a huge fan of. And you talk to me, like, and I was like, I don't get it, you know? And I'm like, you're awesome. And she's like, dude, you're... And this is when it got confusing, because I was like, I'm just a dude, you know, with a cool job. She's like, no, like, you are, but you're not. But, you know, you act like you are. If that makes sense. Like, you are just a dude at the end of the day, but you're also a huge fucking deal. As far as I'm concerned, as far as a lot of people are concerned, you're known all over the fucking world, dude. You're known all over the world, and yet you act like you're just some dude, and you're not, but you are in that respect because that's how you carry yourself. And I just want to thank you for fucking being so down to earth and so kind and so, like, caring. And, like, whenever I'm bummed out, I can reach out to you and you just make me feel better. And you never act like you're above me. You never act like I'm nobody because I don't do what you do. I work a fucking job, you know, like, whatever. Normal life. I have my family. I have my shit. And I'm like, dude, I'm just a fucking fan, too. You know, I may be a pro fighter, but I'm a fight fan. So, like, Brianna talked about this before, about how, like, a fan would come up and tell her, like, oh, if you haven't met him yet, you need to. He's super chill. And he, like, fanboyed out with me about fighters we both like, even though this is what he does for a living. And it's like, she's like, I didn't have the heart to tell him. Like, I'm his personal assistant. I know him very well.
No.
He's one of my best friends. You know, and fucking like my brother. So I don't have the heart to tell them. I just like smile and nod and be like, yeah, I heard that about him. He's a really nice guy. At the end of the day, it's like, I'm just a fan too. And they're tripped out because I would have a conversation with them for like 30 minutes about fights and shit. but it's who I am. You know, I'm just someone that was fortunate enough to have some really cool experiences. And then to talk to somebody after 20 years, and they're like, man, I remember when we didn't have two fucking, dimes to rub together. And now here you are doing what you do, and she's doing great. She's got her own business and whatnot, so it's cool. But she's like, fuck me, dude. Like, time changes things, right? And
absolutely.
We get to talking about old times, and it's just so much has changed. It's a trip. I love it. I think it's fucking crazy to get in touch with people and remember the old days. And I guess it blows people's minds that, like, for me to be where I'm at today, I still fucking... And to deal with all the shit that I've dealt with. Mm-hmm. I mean, I lost a child. Mm-hmm. I guess some people would suspect that maybe old memories are now pushed to the wayside because you don't forget traumatic shit like that. But for me to be able to go into, like, in-depth detail of things I remember, and they're like, holy fuck, you still remember that, it kind of makes people feel pretty important, I guess. And they should, because if I remember that, it's because it was important to me.
And it meant something to you.
It still means something to me. I've moved on with my life, from toxic relationships and shit. And I've got, like, the family thing going on. I'm doing good. I'm happy. I'm fucking great. I'm doing real good, Mm-hmm. But I love getting in touch with people from way back and just be like, look, everything was great back then. Shit fell apart. It didn't work out for whatever reason. I moved. Things happen. We all have our, like, hang-ups and shit. Because we were so young. Like, it was never going to fucking be one of those things that's going to, like, just be perfect.
And last forever.
No, I mean, I was in no fucking position to really... I wanted to find something long-term, but I'm 18, for God's sake. Like, I'm going to fuck it up at some point. I'm going to say the wrong thing or something. Or just be, like, emotionally distant or whatever because of fucking stupid-ass abandonment issues or whatever. I'm sure I'd fuck it up sooner or later, but someone else decided to kind of ruin the friendship there, and that really sucked. But it's really cool to get back in touch with people, make it right, And I just got into this mindset of, like, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about fucking making things right. Because I think it's all of our responsibility to kind of, clear our name a little bit if somebody else fucked it up. I told this person, I feel if it's a true friendship, only one of two people can actually end it, and that's the people involved. Is that... like,
I think that's totally accurate.
That's fair?
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough. I feel like that's how it should be. Mm-hmm. I don't think an outside party should be able to end it permanently.
No.
I'm not saying that it wasn't a true friendship because we went 20 fucking years without speaking.
But circumstances and miscommunication, mixed messages from outside parties affected things.
Right, but at the end of the day, I felt like, no, this was real. This friendship was solid. And the only way it's going to end is if we put the nail in the coffin ourselves. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to clear the air. You can tell me to go fuck myself. And duly noted, I will probably finally take that advice because I've heard it a lot.
Oh, come on.
I have. I assure you. I've looked into 3D printers and see if they can clone myself so I can finally fuck myself like so many people have suggested so kindly.
Well, good for you then.
No, I just felt like I have to make it right and put the truth out there. And if you don't want to accept it, great. Tell me to go fuck myself, die in a fire, whatever. At least I know where you stand then, and I can have my closure, and I can move on and say I tried. And at least you have an educated decision made because you now know the facts. And if you choose not to believe that, so be it. That's cool. I get that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I feel like that is how it should be. We need to be responsible. We need to be adults, and we need to kind of communicate and say, look, I know it was a long time ago. You've probably forgotten about me completely. And, but I can't let it go until it's made right.
Resolved.
Right. One way or another. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't know about you, but that's just how I fucking feel.
Well, yeah. And it's like, I hate when the fact that, you have a history with someone and then a misunderstanding just ruins it. And then both parties are, like, just waiting, like, who should make a move to communicate and try and make things right.
Right, and it wasn't even a misunderstanding. It was somebody maliciously playing us against each other, spreading lies and shit like that. And it is what it is. Mm-hmm. I don't even give that person the time of fucking day, so they can get fucked, as far as I'm concerned. But, they did what they did, and we fell for it. Because this person, to their credit, tried to approach me one day when they saw me out in a public place, and I foolishly kind of blew them off because I was still upset. I felt like they tried to play me because I bought into the manipulation as well. So it is what it is, man. I grew, I realized what was happening, and I smartened the fuck up, and I searched for this person for fucking many years, trying to find them to make it right. And I finally found them this year, just recently.
It's crazy.
And we got to talking and...
patch things up.
Yeah, dude. And it's funny how the truth just is so recognizable.
Yeah.
It's like, when someone speaks the truth, you have no choice but to look at it and be like, that all makes sense. Every bit of it. Because everything that you said, you don't know what was said to me, but everything you said goes along with what was said to me, and it all makes sense. We got played. We both got fucking manipulated, basically, is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The truth is just, there's no holes in it. That's the thing. Even a well-orchestrated lie, if you really put in the effort, you can find holes in the story. But the truth never has a flaw to it. It just makes sense.
It does. And then, you know what? You feel so much better when you address it and just let it out. Not hold it back.
Well, yeah. And, I mean, we talked and we got it out there. And now we're both super pissed that we ever let so much time go. But, I don't know. Maybe things needed to fucking happen that way. Maybe time needed to go by so we could grow, we could change, we could fucking come back to it with fresh eyes and just be in a better place in life, I suppose, and kind of have a better understanding of, the shit we've gone through. Because we both had rough lives.
Oh.
We paralleled each other, I think, in many ways.
Yeah.
We've had some really fucking rough lives, both of us, and not so trusting of people. So I think we both had to get into a better place in life to really understand that that's not always the case. Not everybody is suspect. Not everybody is going to leave, Mm-hmm. Like, we broke up when I was 18. We fucking dated for just a short time, a few months.
Yeah.
And then we broke up, and it was like...
More of a friendship, you'd say.
Well, yeah, like, we never had any bad blood or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was just certain factors and, distance and what have you, because I moved. Mm-hmm. And it is what it is, man, but we're still cool. And then when I came back to the area and we got in touch again, it was like, let's hang out every fucking day. Mm-hmm. We were like best friends. So we had a blast. And then somebody didn't like that and caused drama. And split us, right down the middle, where we didn't want to speak to each other anymore. And it is what it is. We both thought that the other one was guilty of something fucked up, and it's like, nah, we got played, But then a bunch of fucking time passes, and all of a sudden people give a shit about who I am and what I do, and it's crazy. And, I finally find that person, and it's cool, man. Mm-hmm. So we've been talking a lot. She's good shit, as always. Mm-hmm. And, I don't know, it's cool talking to people and kind of getting that. I love finding people again and kind of reminiscing, it's nice. We discovered that back then I didn't have shit. Neither of us did. But we made the best of those times. We had a blast.
Absolutely.
So, I get, like, really weirded out when people treat me different. And, you know, my other friend was being really sweet and was like, you just make me feel better all the time. When something's bothering me or whatever, I reach out to you. You talk to me. You never rush me. You never make me feel like you have shit to do, so, like, you're too important to talk to me or whatever, and you got all this stuff going on, and you got all these, like, fucking friends from, you know, the movie industry and shit like that, and you never make me feel like I'm nobody to you kind of deal. And, you know, this is not word for word verbatim, but that was the gist of, like, she said, like, that was the word. She was like, you never make me feel rushed, like you don't have fucking time to talk to me, or like you're trying to rush this along. You always just make time to talk with me and shit. And I thought that was, like, crazy. I was like, how is that? Like, that's what people do, right? That's what normal people do. At the end of the day, okay, yes, I'm a fucking pro fighter and this, that, and the third, and I know all these people and whatever because of my industry and what I do. And opportunities, but I'm the same idiot that smokes weed and fucking watches G.I. Joe cartoons from the 80s. And I'm not even ashamed. Fuck you, don't judge me. You know, this is what I do in my spare time.
I ain't mad at it.
I eat pizza because sometimes I'm allowed cheat meals because I don't want to always...
Deprive yourself.
Right, I don't want to eat garbage and get fat and shit, but sometimes you just gotta fucking let loose and smoke weed and watch G.I. Joe cartoons at 37 fucking years old, because, you know, it's the way it goes. That's my path, bitch. Don't fucking judge me.
No judgment being given, okay?
Sometimes it's the Ninja Turtles cartoon from the 80s, too.
Oh my gosh, yes, that was the best.
It's still good. It holds up.
It is. Like, I know I've probably said this, many moons ago, but fuck, the new Ninja Turtles, I'm like,
right?
What the fuck is this?
I know, it's awful.
Like, I see the toys or whatever, like, when I'm out at Superstore or whatever, just do my groceries and that, I'm like, you know, in the kids section, or it's mixed in with the adult merchandise, like fruit snacks or toys or whatever, it's like this garbage crap.
I think people laugh about it, though, where they're like, you've done all this in your life. You've accomplished all this. You got all these crazy friends and shit. And this is what fucking brings you joy.
Sometimes it's the simple things in life.
This is what makes you happy. Is to sit and watch 80s cartoons while smoking weed and eating pizza. That is your excitement. You're a fucking idiot. And it's true, I am.
No. Come on now.
But, you know, and this is the person that these people are praising. Like, I'm so fucking, you know, above everybody, but I don't act like it. Because I'm stupid.
Oh, come on now.
I'm not above anybody, first and foremost. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm just a human being with a fucking cool job. Like I said, I get to have some really fucking cool experiences. I'm blessed. But I'm still a just regular-ass dude who has simple joys in life. And that's it. I don't really like that people make a big fuss about what I do or who I am and shit. Like I said, I dated somebody for like a while who spent the entire time not knowing who or what I do. Like, they knew I fought and whatever, but they didn't really know, like,
the extent.
Right. But then when people started really getting weird in public and shit, freaking out when they saw me and shit, they're like, what's going on? And then they Googled me, I guess, and they're like, why didn't you tell me that you're like this big deal? I'm like, I'm not. In my view, I don't know. It just, it's gross to me. You know? It just feels
weird. It probably just feels weird.
Feels just, ugh, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't buy into that, like, fucking celebrity bullshit, you know? Like, but you're known all over the world and shit. Okay, I get that, but it's still weird to me.
It's like almost a foreign concept even now.
I just don't, I'm a fucking person. You know what I mean? that just happened to get an opportunity to do some cool stuff and travel and fucking be known everywhere. But I'm still just a regular ass dude. I still neglect to put my pants on one leg at a time like everyone else. Pants are for suckers.
It's been exposed, everyone.
That's right. My balls was hot.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to sit in my undies and smoke weed and watch Ninja Turtles and G.I. Joe and eat pizza. if that's cool with everybody.
It's okay with me. I don't know how everyone else feels. Like, come on, give the man his simple joys.
I'm just a regular motherfucker, man. Mm-hmm. Honestly. I swear to fuck, I promise you. I almost promise when I go out in public I will wear pants.
I would hope so, because you might get in a little trouble with the law.
Hey man, when it's like fucking 30 degrees.
Oh my god.
All bets are off.
Are you sure you're not stealing Bon Jovi's short shorts?
I draw the line somewhere.
You don't want a little like air conditioning for one of your nuts?
For one of them?
Well, probably both. My God.
Gonna make the other one jealous.
I swear the man stole a pair of my shorts.
Bon Jovi stole your shorts.
Probably. Like, good lord.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, but no man should really wear shorts that short. I get it. It was the 80s, fashion and everything was different, but come on. It's not good for you. It's not hot.
If he stole the shorts that you're claiming you wear, you're kind of a slut. Not gonna lie.
Oh my god. Okay, come on. Ladies like, the short shorts and that, And I'm sorry, you go to buy shorts and it's either like fucking super long or it's super short. There's no happy medium.
With the shorts he was wearing, you'd have beef curtains flapping outside the legs. On. It looked like an Arby's commercial.
Oh, God, no. That's not right. Please ignore this man.
Yeah, ignore me. It's probably for the best. It's my fucking show, and I still advise you to ignore me, so that shows you what direction we're going in.
Well, he's making comments about Arby's and, beef curtains and that, and...
Email me and tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, God. Why?
Tattness at tattnessco.com. Tell me I'm wrong. Come on, I dare you.
We're waiting, come on.
I guarantee you someone's going to be like, you're a bad man. You shouldn't say such things. Get a sense of humor.
Oh, gosh.
I'm obviously taking the piss.
I know, but I know some people are just overly sensitive.
It is now 7:17 a.m. and I have not slept yet, and I still have weed to smoke and food to eat, so... And probably Ninja Turtles to watch, or G.I. Joe. Don't fucking judge me.
Well, hey, we hang out quite a bit, and I do fully night shifts and that, so I'm just getting home at this point and getting ready to, call it a night or day, whatever the hell you want to call it, so... Yeah,
I blame you. You corrupted me.
I corrupted you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not that I always have, a ton of shit to do and documentaries to fulfill, completion of and make sure that they're all okay. And, none of that is the reason. It's all you. That's my story, and I'll be damned if I fucking change my mind. So.
But I was gonna say, I don't know about you, but I just love the nighttime. I think this is why I chose night shifts and that, and I've always joked, I was born early in the morning. My mom was unfortunately had me, she was induced in that, so I just joke and say, I was not ready at 10:35 a.m.
I'm a product of my grandmother's upbringing, and she's a night hawk, so I think I just adopted that tendency to stay up all fucking night and then sleep for a little bit.
During the day. Yeah, that's what I say. I just joke that I was just a pissed off baby, and I'm like, bitch, I was not ready. How dare you interrupt me? Even
this friend that I talked to after 20 years is like, you stay up pretty fucking late a lot of the time, don't you? I'm like... If by a lot of the time you mean all the fucking time, then yeah, safe bet. I mean, I went to bed at 9:30 a.m. the other fucking day, so that's where I'm at.
Don't forget the other day, you told me it was 10:30. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I'm like, what is wrong with you, sir?
That happens. And then for me to sleep, even to make my mind fuck off and shut up.
It's hard. When your mind's going a mile a minute and you're oh, shit.
It's a whole production.
It is. And, it is, here in Canada, it's like civic holiday. Like here out in Nova Scotia, they call it Natal Day. And, you know, some businesses are open. It's like the banks and the post office that are closed and that. So I don't know if, you know, our neighbors down in the States have it, but it's kind of like reduced hours. It's like, okay, if I stay up this late, I want to get enough sleep. I want to make sure I can get to the store and that. Is this store open? Is it not? All that bullshit. Especially, you know, let's face it, with what's going on in the world, a lot of businesses had to adjust their hours, and it's very annoying.
For me, it's kind of like I go to bed like I should have smoked some fucking weed. That shit usually helps me sleep. After I go through my food binge of like eating every fucking animal under the sun.
Or whatever you find in the kitchen at the time.
I love steak. I'm not gonna... Sorry, vegans, but that's just the way she goes. I'm a caveman. And so, you know, I love meat, and I just gotta fucking eat stuff. And eventually I'll crash, and it's fucking... It helps me sleep like a log.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, you know? Whatever helps you sleep in that, but, you know... I always feared using any kind of sleeping aids when I was younger and that. But, you know, weed or even melatonin is not bad because it is a natural substance. You know, melatonin is an herb and so is weed. It's a plant. But I remember when I was younger, I went through a really bad breakup. I couldn't sleep at all. My mind was just like, you know, fucking with me.
Breakups are the worst.
Oh, yeah. But it's just, you know, and I used some off the shelf stuff in the drugstore and that, and it's like, oh, I hated taking that, but I was said, you know, I was living at home and that, I'm like, Mom, I can't sleep, I need something, like, my mind won't shut up and I'm just broken over what happened. But, you know,
I hear that,
but when it's a natural herb or supplement and that, it's not that bad. But I know personally I prefer not to rely on it, but sometimes sleep can be so damn important. You just need that good quality sleep to get that mind going and think of your genius ideas.
When Madden's mom left and moved out, I really could not sleep. I fucking, you know, you spend 5 years with somebody, sleeping next to them, and now you got, on top of the fact that your child has a fucking terminal condition, the woman you're gonna marry fucking leaves, and, you know, sleeping doesn't exactly become top priority. It's fucking very difficult. And I went about it all the wrong way. Like, I had my own coping mechanism, so that house went from a home to this empty fucking place, and then it became like a frat house because I just, you know, you become so lonely and alone and fucking depressed that next thing you know, I was fucking all the time. I don't care. I'll put it out there. Fuck it. It became a frat house. And when someone comes by and it's like, oh, nice condom in the fucking pizza box, by the way, when you think they'd never know. I'm like, I really love Domino's. That's where I was at. That's what helped me sleep. I didn't have all the weed in the world. I wasn't quite successful yet.
And, you know, here in Canada, it wasn't, like, legalized, so, you know, it wasn't
as
care. Accessible, but,
I didn't give a fuck about that. I had a guy that hooked me up with some weed, but a really good, potent shit, too. Mm-hmm. But, you know, you do what you gotta do to get by.
Of course, and just maintain your sanity.
Right, you know, I was safe. Shut up. Don't judge me. But... You know, the melatonin thing, I get that. But I'm at a point where, like, I want to, like, switch it up from melatonin and weed to, like, weed and chloroform.
Oh, my goodness.
At this point, it might be more
Some
helpful.
horse tranquilizers, maybe?
Maybe. You never know. Maybe just get a zookeeper to come and shoot me every hour on the hour with a tranquilizer dart.
Oh.
Be like, simmer down, Harambe.
Oh, my God.
You know?
But it's funny. I don't know about you. I think you may have experienced this as well. But melatonin, I swear I have the most vivid dreams on this shit.
I do. Like, ridiculously.
And, you know, unlike you, I go for the lower dose. I'm like, okay, you know, I have a smaller body mass and that I don't take it too often. It comes in usually, you know, dosages of 3 milligrams, 5 milligrams, up to 10. I know you've been known to take up to 20. So... Yeah, it's just, but I hate when I wake up and I'm groggy and I'm like, what year is this?
That's my worst habit, is when it comes to weed or melatonin, even, because I really want to get a decent sleep or anything like that. Like, I know my worst habit is, like, I look for oblivion. That's why I'm so glad I was never a drug addict. You know, I never got into, like, fucking drugs and shit, because I knew that it would be the death of me, because nothing is good enough. I always have to go for the gusto. And so with melatonin, it's like, I need to fucking, like, sleep, not this, nap bullshit.
Well,
so,
yeah, you want to reach the REM sleep, which is the deepest stage.
I definitely do. I take, like, 2 of them.
Which is about 10 milligrams right now, because, the bottle you have is 5 milligrams in that, and, of course, you don't follow directions. Naughty. So, but... Again, it's an herbal supplement. Like, you can't really overdose on that, but you might be out for winter. If you
I looked into it. I looked into it. You can't overdose on it. It's not possible. Yeah. But not going to bullshit. Sometimes I go for 3 of them.
Oh my goodness! Now he tells me.
I've even taken 3 of the big ones at one point.
10 milligrams?
Yeah, the big massive fucks that are like hockey pucks.
God, why?
And dude, I slept like a log, but my dreams were fucking like so real
and vivid, and just
yeah. But then that's when I see my baby boy a lot, and it's like I get to hold him again one more time, and it's like, why would I not want this?
Of course.
It's not like I use the shit all the time. It's just on those nights where it's like stubborn, where I just can't fucking get my mind just shut up and shut off.
And, let you reach that stage where you're going to get a restful sleep.
Right.
But, I'm here we are just talking about sleep and that, but REM sleep, I feel like it really helps us connect to our spiritual well-being and reach different parts of our mind. Because they say... it's proven when you reach REM sleep, you reach the dream state, and I just feel it opens up many possibilities in your brain and your spirituality.
Well, for muscle building, you want to reach that state of sleep. That is when your body does the most effective recovery and repair. So that's why it's so important to me. I know everything's about fucking being as big as possible.
Well, I mean, sleep is great, too, if you're, groggy and that. Like, say you're sick, too, and, of course, you and your mom or your grandma or whoever's taking care of you, make sure you get lots of rest in that. It helps repair the tissues in that, and again, like you just said, helps build, muscle mass in that, and keeps your immune system up.
Well, I mean, there's the extras on the documentary DVD where you see me lifting 245 with one arm. Mm-hmm. And I know people are like, how the fuck is that possible? Watch the fucking documentary. Trust me, it's there, and it's possible.
It is, and I was firsthand to witness it, and I actually helped contribute to that footage capture, so...
And you said I look bored. Like, this fucking bores me.
Well, you did! Good lord, one hand and one arm, and you're like, what's next?
Well, yeah, I mean, to me that's normal. To other people that's freakish, and they're like, what the fuck? But,
I don't want to say too much and give away the whole extras. Right. I mean, it's extras, but still.
But
get the DVD and just watch it for yourselves.
If I didn't get enough sleep, though, there's no fucking way I'd be doing that. No. I'd tear my shit up.
Yeah, and it's like... Again, I know we're going on to sleep here. I think it's just so appropriate because it's funny just looking at the clock and that here. It's like people are getting up or gone to their jobs and that, and we're both here working on a show and that. It's like, we've both been up all night and that, and I do it to work tonight, and I'm like, this is fine.
That normal job life.
Yeah, well, like I said, too, it's not good to switch your schedule around too much and that, but I just joke. By the time people message me and that, everyone else I know is normal. I'm hitting them up, and they're like, where the hell have you been? I'm like, I was asleep.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad when people message me during the day, and, like, they live in different areas, so it's like their time zone is completely fucking different. And I'm like, I hope they don't think that I'm, like, so big and important that, like, I'm not responding to them because I got so much important shit to do. I'm probably just trying to catch a few fucking winks, man.
Exactly. It's like when you're getting up, I'm going to sleep.
It's like I'm probably just trying to keep fucking sanity intact and get a few hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was going to say, since we're on that topic, too, I'm sorry I'm not attacking anyone out there, but Who the hell likes getting up early? I never did, even for work and that. I hate it. Getting up early, I see no purpose.
I love it for, like, fasted cardio and shit. Mm-hmm. I'll get up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m., do fucking a quick run for an hour. Mm-hmm. I know, quick run for an hour, it seems like an oxy-fucking-moron, but, you know.
For some.
It is what it is. This is what I do. So, you know, I love that. I love being up before everyone else and working my ass off because it's that reminder of you do what others will not do. That's why you're in the spot you're in. You always got to stay focused, stay disciplined.
Absolutely. I mean, maybe I just felt like getting up early. I feel like, you know, the days are so much longer than that. And I'd rather be up when others are asleep and just, you know, kind of keep watch. I don't know about you, but I always feel like more interesting things happen at night. That's just me. I'm weird like that, okay?
So you're a nosy motherfucker is what you're saying.
Oh my god, yes I am. I'm sorry. I swear I've been like an old nosy woman since I've been a child. Like, I remember just looking out my bedroom window as a kid and be like, you know, running to my parents, you know what those neighbors are doing? You know what those kids are doing? And that blah, 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 blah.
You're a snitch too, huh?
Yeah, if I didn't like the fucking person.
Damn.
So if I don't like you, y'all are fucked, because I'll make your life hell.
Wow. We got ourselves a self-fucking-proclaimed snitch.
But hey, if we're cool on that, I'll just turn the other cheek. But I don't know. It's just, like I said, I never liked the morning. Like I said, I blame my mother's doctor when I was, you know, ready to make my debut. I was like, I am not ready, sir. I do not give a shit that you have your daughter's wedding. Do not rush me. Thank you.
Nobody likes a snitch, bro.
But they were little shitheads.
I don't give a motherfuck.
Okay.
That's when you handle that shit yourself. You don't snitch.
I did, trust me.
I come from a different place than you entirely, so...
Okay.
We handle things much fucking differently.
Yeah, it's very different lifestyles.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Snitching is not...
It was pettiness, okay? It's just people running on the lawn and that. I swear, again, the old person mentality. Stay off my lawn. Wreck my flowers.
Fuck your lawn.
Well, then stay off my fucking lawn and I won't snitch.
Motherfucker.
Or, I hate to admit this, what I did, I got so pissed off. These little brats were stomping around my parents' like tree in their front yard, killing the flowers around it. I'm horrible for admitting this. I stuck mouse traps under the dirt. Nobody got hurt, okay? I was a fucked up child. I just, you know, I'm like, I'll teach you little bastards. I watched too many of them, you know, Looney Tune cartoons and Tom and Jerry and that, and just, yeah.
Mouse traps. Under the dirt.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened? Did Home Depot run into bear traps? The fuck is wrong with you, man?
Why would I use a bear trap on a child?
Well, why would you use a mouse trap on a child, you sick fuck?
Well, teach them a lesson. Scare the crap out of them. They'd shoes
so
on.
That's where we draw the line. That's what's teaching them a lesson. You're sick in the head, kid.
Hey, what can I say?
Get some help. Get some sleep. Get some help. Get some therapy.
Fine.
Fucking malicious motherfucker.
Oh, God. Well, you know, nobody got hurt. Okay, I told you that. But then they did stop. But just bad children. Just no discipline, you know? No one telling them, hey, you know, don't disrespect other people's property.
I just want to smoke weed and watch G.I. Joe and eat food. I don't want to hear about children getting their fucking feet all caught up in mouse traps and shit because you're a sadistic little fuck when you were a kid.
Oh my gosh.
I
swear I'm better now. I swear I'm better now.
I have to disagree.
Thanks.
You're alright.
Thanks.
You're alright, Blue. You're alright.
Okay, thank you.
I'll give you that.
I got your approval. Okay, I'm good now. Thank you.
Sort of. Maybe. Maybe.
Just don't go stomping around my tree. Okay? Don't kill my damn flowers. But then again, I can't even keep a fucking aloe plant alive. It's just so, like, I'm like, do I give it more water? Do I do this and that? So, I do not have a green thumb. I'm sorry.
I could kill a plastic fucking tree, so, I mean, I got nothing to say on that.
Okay, I'll make sure not to give you the ficus for Christmas, okay?
I love ficus. Like, that word is the dopest fucking word, because you jack off, was like, what the fuck is a ficus?
I don't know plants, man! And it's stupid. I have a tattoo of fucking roses, and I'm like, oh, no plants.
I don't know what plants are.
But yet I like the roses. They're pretty.
Ficus.
Fuck off. It was for my it's for my grandparents, okay? Got it when I was 18, and it still looks good, and I'm almost 30.
Fuck off. She gets so defensive about her fucking no plant, no an ass fucking tattoos.
The only plant-based tattoo I have, okay?
We've really gone off the rails here. This has lost all purpose at this point. Mm-hmm. You can tell it's early in the fucking morning. And I need my G.I. Joe fix because I'm kind of mildly retarded. Let's just be honest. I'm a man-child. All the success in the world don't mean shit because I still gotta watch my 80s cartoons, smoke my weed, and eat fucking food. It is what it is. I'm sleep deprived. Fuck you.
What more do you want from him, people?
Do not judge me.
I'm not.
You don't know the pressures I'm under.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of. I think I do okay.
I think so.
I think I'm fine. Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone thinks it's a lot of work, but it's like if you enjoy what you do, it's not work at all.
Of course, you gotta enjoy what you do for a living and that. And I'm sure we've all been there where you have that job where you get physically sick thinking about it.
It's the worst.
Oh my God, I've been there, and it was for quite some time. That's when we first met each other and that, and it's just I'd stress out, and a certain day of the week it was just crazy, and I'm like, I don't want to go. I just pray to be sick and that.
Right.
It's not good, but I made the best of a situation. I'm still in the same field, but I found a place that I really love with great people, and I love it.
And I'm like, hey, you want to add to your plate and come do my show and do all the IT shit that I'm too incompetent to figure out?
And I'm like, hell yeah.
Want to really take on a challenge and try to make me sound like I'm not a fucking idiot?
I'm like, challenge accepted.
Well, you tried your best. I still sound like a fucking idiot.
Thanks, so I failed.
No, you do your IT shit very well, but you're just going to take a lot more than that in a miracle to fucking make me not sound like an idiot, so... But, go ahead. Make it sound like it's a personal attack on you. That's fine.
No, it's not.
This is fine. I gotta bust your chops. You're one of my best friends ever. I gotta fuck with you every chance I get.
Thanks. Hey, on a side note with the documentary, it's just going through the final stages of post-production, eh?
Yeah, I suppose so. And hopefully everything goes according to plan and it's all gravy. Mm-hmm. And
everything needs your final seal of approval, of course.
Well, that's what they tell me. I mean, when it's about your fucking life, I guess you do get some say in it. Mm-hmm. So that's nice.
Yep, so, everyone be on the lookout. I think they're looking for, mid-August, no later, so don't worry, it ain't gonna be the last day of August and that, because that would be a load of shit, no. But very soon, so, just, hold your horses, it's coming. It's just like I said, we gotta get everything perfected by the group and everything and make sure everything's A-okay.
Well, somebody asked me last night, like, can I pre-order it? And I'm like, we were talking about that, and I think that the general consensus was that it might be a decent idea. Mm-hmm. I know I suck, and I was initially like, I don't know if it's necessary, but some people really want to do it. And some people want me to sign their copy, and that is perfectly fine upon request.
Of course.
I am not going to ask for more fucking money to do that. That's stupid. I've addressed this before. That's nonsense. I'm more than happy to sign it. No extra fucking charge or anything like that. That's dumb. I think that's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
I've addressed that on the last show. So, we're not going to fucking go down that rabbit hole again.
No.
It's just, I've made myself clear, but, some people have never heard this shit until recently. And they need to know that if that's what you want, I'm willing to do it. No problem. But I'm not going to ask for more fucking money because I hate that. That's stupid.
For what, like 2 seconds of your time and a couple of flicks of your wrist? Right.
And anyone that thinks that, I'm supposed to ask for more money or whatever, I say, fuck no. Nonsense. And yes, I have been coerced to try to fucking change my standpoint on that. Not going to. Fuck that. I don't care if people think that, I should separate the fucking value by flicking my wrist a couple times to fucking write on a case. Like, get out of here. It's all the same to me.
Yeah.
So it's free. You pay for the fucking DVD. You get it signed or you don't get it signed. Whatever your preference. Mm-hmm. Some people don't give a fuck. Other people want me to sign it. Other people are like, it'd be cool, but I'm not going to ask for it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to do it if people want it. And it's not going to cost a cent more. So it's just that simple.
Exactly.
So, happy to do it if people want it. And so I answered that question. Yes, I think we are going to do the pre-order shit if people want to pre-order
reserve their copy.
We're going to figure it out in the next coming days.
Yeah,
I guess.
figure out the technical shit, all that stuff, and you have the list, all that good stuff, and have the copies reserved for said buyers.
Where to pay for it and all that great shit. But I don't know. There's something that feels weird about taking people's money before they get the actual product that I never liked, but it is what it is, man. If people are that willing, it's, and this person in particular literally just, I think, wanted to be the one to get the first copy.
Yeah.
Just because it means something to them, and I thought that was kind of cool.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean that there's going to be a shortage where, you're not going to be able to get it. We're not going to sell out and be like, sorry, you're fucked. We can't provide you with one because we're sold out. It doesn't work that way. So, but if someone really wants to be the first, I understand to some degree, I guess, that means a lot to them. And
by all means.
Hey, man, I'm not mad at it. I like the enthusiasm. And I'll sign it, whatever. And, it's not like there's going to be a shortage. So nobody has to, freak out and be like, I got to get, one of the first 10 copies or else they're going to run out or whatever. No, we're good. You're fine.
The only thing that might be holding y'all back is just the shipping and that, post office services and that. But, that's out of, our control.
Yeah, I don't really control the border closures and shit. So, if
they're backed up with packages and
that. Right. If things take time, I apologize.
Yep, in advance, we try our best, but once, it leaves the facility and that and everything's shipped out, it's totally out of our hands.
So, my advice to every one of you is do not pay for expedited shipping or anything faster than regular, because if they're not going to guarantee you that service, why should you be guaranteed to pay for it?
Exactly.
That's ridiculous.
So
save yourselves the money, because you'll get it when you fucking get it, as far as they're concerned.
Yeah, so they're not guaranteeing anything.
Right, so don't waste extra money on thinking you're going to get it super fast, and then they fuck you over, and they don't want to refund you.
Yeah, and that would just break our hearts to see people get ripped off like that.
You know what I mean? I don't want that. So let's just avoid that entirely. And all I ask is that people are patient, because I don't control the post office in U.S. or Canada or any other fucking country for that matter. As much as I'd like to, because I've waited my fair share for some stuff, but
oh my goodness, me too. I'm still waiting for stuff.
Here's a spoiler. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are or what you do for a living, they don't get your shit to you any faster.
Nope, so, scream and cry all you want. Don't be rude to the people at work there, okay?
Right, I still wait for shit, and, it doesn't matter what I do for a living. They're not going to kiss my ass and be like, oh, but it's this guy.
So it's okay. We got to make this priority.
Right. No, it doesn't work that way, thank God, because, a lot of y'all been waiting for stuff for a long time, and if I got mine sooner, I'd feel like kind of a dick, and I feel like I should wait like everyone else. So, you get it when you get it kind of deal. Don't pay extra for the faster shipping if they're not going to guarantee it to you, because... if they give it to you on time, great. But if they're not going to guarantee you that that's going to happen... Save
your money, basically.
Yeah, don't rip yourself off. Because if they fuck you, they're not going to give you a refund. And I just don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
So, I think that covers it. I mean,
think so, too.
You'll get it. I was playing with the idea of maybe... for the people that are on my Facebook list, maybe doing kind of a watch party and launching this bad boy for a few people or whatever, but I don't know yet.
You're still toying with the idea, eh?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to take away the experience, watching it on a computer monitor rather than them putting it in their DVD player, watching it on their decent-sized TV at home, and whatever. I don't know. I think maybe that should just be an individual basis. Let them fucking watch it at their leisure. So then they don't have shit to do. We're like, I kind of want to finish this, but I gotta go do stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hate that. You know, I like to watch things or do things at my own leisure.
That's what I figured, and I don't want people to feel like they missed their boat. You know,
and they're screwed.
Yeah. So, or like, oh, they got to watch it for free, and I was busy, so now I got to pay for it. And it's like, for fuck's sakes, you can't please everybody, man.
No, you
At the end of the day, it's a fucking business, and the idea is to make some fucking money. I hate that. You know, I know people are like, oh, you fucking have that career and you made enough. Yeah, okay, but you know, business is business, and we all got bills to pay, man. You know, and shit goes on. I try to be as, like, fair with everybody as possible, and I don't charge extra for anything. So you would think people would be a little more understanding that, I don't know, you get people that want my clothing line shit for free, and it's like, really? Do you walk into any fucking clothing store and be like, $20 for this shirt? Can I just have it?
Tell you to get the fuck out.
Right? So, like, why fucking, you know, do you go to the executive of that store that, like, runs it and that owns it and be like, don't you have enough money, my dude? You know?
They have to make money, too.
Dude, trust me. You don't know people's circumstances. So, I mean, let's be cool. It's a business at the end of the day, and we're just trying to get by and do our best. I'm not exactly, like, Bill Gates. I do okay, but, like, you know, one fight pays a lot and whatever, but I've also been out the game for a while, so I'm doing my business, and I'm fucking, you know, running things, and if you're gonna watch, like, the dirt of someone's life story, you should probably at least expect to pay a few bucks for it, so all the people that worked very hard on it can get paid.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of work was put into it, man.
Absolutely.
A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of fucking, you know,
frustrations.
Oh my god, you know. So I think people deserve to be compensated. It's not all about me.
No.
So I think that's only fair.
Absolutely.
So, and I mean, my fans have never had a problem with that, but you get people that, like, they're like, oh, but you're my friend. Fuck off. Keep that shit up, I won't be. You know, like, fuck,
with
man.
That piss poor attitude.
Everybody wants something for free when they're your friend. I hate that. Not everybody, I shouldn't say that. That's a fucking
majority, maybe?
Yeah, it's a generalization. I shouldn't say that, but, you know.
Fair enough.
There's a good amount of people. And that sucks.
Yeah.
You know, because if they started their own business, I'd be the first to support them and buy some shit.
Of course.
Not be like, but I know you.
So give it to me.
Right, so just hand me some stuff. You know, like, that's not the move, man. Don't do that to people. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's just, I don't know. That's not cool. That's not a friend.
Not at all.
So, knock it off. I'm going to wrap this up because I really want to fucking eat and smoke my ganj and
get some sleep, maybe?
Watch cartoons. And then probably sleep. Sure. I guess. Like a normal fucking person, sort of. Not really. We went way off the rails here.
What?
We went from talking about old times to, like, we're sleep-deprived morons. And I love weed and cartoons and food. But what are you going to do?
Exactly.
It's the truth. So before you put me on a pedestal again, like I'm so fucking much more important than everyone else, just remember, I'm a fucking retard, and I love weed, and I love old cartoons and food, and once in a while I like to sleep. So there's that.
When that happens.
Right? So it is what it is. But I wanted to put a shout out for y'all because you've been so patient with me while I did the documentary and shit, and like kind of had 2-week gaps between shows. I kind of wanted to let y'all know that I'm trying my best to get this back on track and look out for y'all. So I appreciate your patience, and I hope you're entertained by this nonsense. It started off strong, and then we just kind of fucking were like, let's, you know, words. But I appreciate y'all, man. This, you know, we're getting back into the swing of it, and it's fucking super early in the morning, and we haven't slept, so, you know, it is what it is.
Yep.
Thanks for bearing with us, man. I'll catch your asses later. I love y'all.
Yep. See you next time.